welcome to The Guitar Effect. My name's Rob. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at two pedals from Sonicake, and I'm going to do something different that I've never done in a video before. I'm demoing some acoustic stuff. So this is the acoustic guitar Preamp Factory. So I guess the first thing we should do is take a listen to them. So here you go. So there you go. I have found this really useful as like a really easy to go to quick way of shaping the tone of my acoustic guitar at the few first rehearsals I've had with the band. And what this is an acoustic guitar preamp with a DI output, so this can replace the DI box in your acoustic guitar rig. It has a preamp for, like, you know, boosting the level of and EQing your acoustic guitar, and then it has a notch filter for finding problematic frequencies and removing them, and then it has a reverb as well, a really nice kind of hall reverb that works really well. It has a ground lift on the back. It's basically a really nice DI box with a nice preamp in it and some reverb and a notch filter. Then there's a switch to turn on the preamp, and there's a switch to turn on and off the reverb. And when you hold down this switch, it mutes the entire pedal, which means you can use it to mute while you're tuning. That's the acoustic preamp Factory. And then the Tone group, which is their, what, 10 band? 10 band EQ pedal, but it also has a level at the end, so you can bump level with it. So what I'm doing is actually I'm using these two pedals together as a little acoustic pedal board, because I'm in a new band at the moment playing acoustic guitar, and it's like recreating some of the best MTV Unplugged sessions from the 90s. It's really enjoyable, because it's like the era I came up with. So I'm putting together a pedal board, and these are the first two parts of it. So I'm using the boost for a sort of frequency compensated lead sound, and I'm using this for my reverb and for my overall kind of shapeable EQ. And both are working extremely well. I'm also using this as my main DI to go to the PA via XLR. So really great. The Tone group is exactly what you think it is. It's a one button to switch on and off, a 10 band EQ that also has a level. Both of these are powered by 9 volt low milliampage on the back, and they have rear mounted jacks. I should also mention Sonicake sent these out to me for free. So, you know, I am in effect being paid. I'm not being paid, but it's a sponsored video and I get to keep them. So been working a bit with them. This is like, I did their multi-effects unit, the Matrobox 2, and was really impressed with it. As a result of that, they've sent me out some pedals. And so these is the second two that I've done. And I'm really happy, really liking what they do, Sonicake. So yeah, let's take a listen to them now. Okay, So to demo these two pedals, what I'm doing is I'm playing this Martin OOM, I think it is, Mexican-made Martin, like really simple acoustic. It has a Fishman pickup in it, which you can see the lead coming out of the back here, but it has no like EQ or anything. It has a preamp, but it's got like one output level, and that's that. It was like aftermarket fitted to it. So having the A Factory in particular as a preamp to kind of fine tune my tone is really helpful here. So with that in mind, out of the guitar, and then I'm going into the tone group, which I have set for like a solo boost. And then I'm into the A Factory, which at the moment is off. But in between the two, so it goes out of the tone group into the tuner, and then out of the tuner into the Acoustic Factory, and then out of the Acoustic Factory via the XLR into the interface. Oh, sorry. Okay, right. So the reason I've done that is I can mute my signal by holding down this switch, which causes both switches to flash. Then I'm muted, and I can still tune, which you can see the tuner moving there. I am in tune as it happens right now. And so if I was gigging live with this setup, this is how I do it. I use that for mute, and I just use a TU8 here as my tuner. So, actually, it's going to have a quick tune. So to start off, here's the sound with nothing on it. So this guitar is like, it's the amplified sound, because there's no EQ or anything, is the sound of the guitar. It's a very mid-range heavy guitar, which I really love about it. It's incredibly loud acoustically for how small the body is. Like it's got only a thin little body on it. So that's. So the reason I'm putting this little board together is I'm playing with this acoustic band, as I mentioned at the moment, this MTV Unplugged band. And I was at rehearsal and we're all using in-ears, and I found that I was actually using the NuX Trident as an effects board for that, but I found that without the ability to quickly tweak my EQ, I found I was left lacking. So the Acoustic Factory is perfect in this situation for setting up my bass tone. So what I've done is I'm going to engage it now. Just sweetens it loads. So I've backed off some of the mid to kind of even out the sound a little bit. I've backed off the bass a tiny bit. I've pushed the treble like ever so slightly, and the volume is just like a unity gain. So I'll show you what the knobs do first of all. So here's the middle boosted. And like, you know, gets a kind of dobro-ish. I like the middle backed off. Here is the bass booster. It's nice, it's subtle like. You can hear when I dig in there that it bass boosted. And then the treble off. And the treble boosted. Fair play, Sonicake. The choices of where you've put the EQ in this thing are really, really nice. Nothing becomes like comedy in it. Then in terms of the notch filter, what the notch filter does is, if you find yourself at a gig and some frequency on your acoustic becomes problematic, I find sometimes that the A string in certain circumstances with this guitar can be prone to feedback. Now, I'm not loud enough here for that to occur, but if I wanted to, I would simply move the filter and then remove that frequency. But like I said, I'd need to be loud here, but what's a notch filter for? It's like a really, really specific EQ to remove a problematic frequency. And then obviously the other thing down here is a reverb, so I'll just turn on the reverb now. So it's just a nice hall reverb. I can obviously, by the way, when I was doing the wrong knobs here when I was demonstrating the notch filter, but it doesn't matter because I can't demonstrate it anyway. So the, oh no, I wasn't, I was doing the right one. Here's a reverb mix up more. And the reverb like trail up more. I would never use that much reverb with an acoustic guitar unless it was for a very specific purpose. It's a lovely little bit of ambience. And then as I said in the intro, if I hold this down, they both flash and I can get into tuning my guitar. So it's fine. Really useful. So what I'm doing with the tone group is I'm using it for a solo boost. So it boosts the mid and it boosts the level slightly. So if I'm going, I hit the tone group, more mid. So it's really nice. It's just, I have picked some frequencies that I like. I just pushed those sliders slightly, gave it a little bit more level. In truth, I would need to be at like a rehearsal with the band to find out exactly what frequencies they are. I like it there now, but it may not work in the context of a band mix. But what's beautiful about this is it's not a preset or anything. I just go in and tweak these sliders to where I think it's working well. So yeah, I mean, off. Just makes it cut through and it's a little bit louder, which is really, really useful for playing acoustic solos and that. So that's kind of it. The beginnings of a really useful pedal board here. I'm pretty happy with it. So there you go. The Acoustic Guitar Preamp Factory and the Tone Group. Particularly this. I mean, this is a really nice sounding 10-band EQ with a level boost. It does what it says in the tin. They both seem pretty robust. This, for acoustic guitar, does a lot in a small box, I think. I think it sounds really nice. The EQ is really sensibly voiced. The reverb is exactly what you want on an acoustic guitar. And then the notch filter could come in very, very handy. Add in that it has an XLR output, so it replaces your DI box. It has a ground lift and stuff as well. Just really, really useful pedal. So thank you very much to Sonicake for sending these out. I'm really, really enjoying them. And if you have any questions about either of these pedals, throw them in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. I answer every comment. If you're watching this far, as always, I say thank you. And if you are watching, I suggest that you like and subscribe to get more content like this. And I guess I'll see you in another video again soon. Cheers, take it easy, bye-bye.